Let me show you something that will change how you build your AI workflows forever. Most people spend hours, even sometimes days, trying to wire up nodes, tweaking prompts, and debug workflows just to get a single AI agent working. And sometimes it doesn't work. But now, with the n8n MCP plus cloud, it builds 80% of the workflow for you in just few minutes. And trust me, it works. That means instead of wasting time fixing connection issues or chasing down weird errors, you can actually focus on building smart logic and scaling your automation. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to fully install and configure cloud with n8n MCP using Docker. Now, let's start this video with the requirement. First, you need a free n8n account. It can be self-hosted or cloud version. I'm using self-hosted. You can use cloud version as well. So in order to get access of 15 days free trial, go into description and sign up with that link. You will get 15 days free trial. Now, second you need is Docker. So go into docker.com and download this application. If you don't know what is Docker, so basically Docker allows you to host different applications into form of container. So basically my n8n is hosted into Docker container. So it is very useful tool for you. You can download it. Now, third one you need is GitHub repositories. Now, I have already added this n8n MCP GitHub repository. Just click on that. You will redirect to this repository where you will find all the overview of this n8n MCP. And the last you need is Cloud AI Desktop. So go into anthropic.ai or cloud.ai desktop. Just download this application into your laptop. Now, after clicking and checking all the requirements, let's go to next section. Let's see how you can download all of these and how you can configure. After filling out all the requirements, what you have to do next is go into description and after filling out all the requirements, next step is to go into description and click on that repository link which I have added. So it will take you to this n8n MCP repository. Now, where you will find all the details related to this n8n MCP, like overview, how you can safely import this. So there are 2 to 3 options you can go for how you can install that. We are going to show this Docker version, but you can go with the first option, which is an npx, which is faster, no installation needed. But into Docker version, you have to install the Docker. So first, what you have to do is copy this command. Before that, you have to open your Docker and start running. So right now into my Docker version, I have already this n8n going on, which is my, you can say this, I have hosted this n8n version into my Docker container. So I'm not using the cloud version of n8n, but I'm using the hosted version, but you can use the cloud version. The steps are very similar for each other. Now, just start running and copy this command and go to your terminal. And from here, you have to paste this command and hit enter. So I have already downloaded this image, so I don't need to install again. But yeah, when you click on this, copy this and hit enter, so you will start downloading this n8n MCP repository into your Docker. Now, what you have to do next is from here you will find 2 types of tools. First is a basic configuration, where you will get only documents. But when you go for full configuration, where you will get the tools like you can manage the n8n, you can add nodes directly into your n8n workflow using the cloud, so you don't need to just copy or import or create a JSON file. So copy this and then you have to open this cloud version. So let me just restart this cloud desktop. Now, as you can see here, I have opened this cloud AI. Now, next step, what you have to do is go into your left, click on these 3 lines, then you have to go to files and go to settings. So we are going to change the config file, so that's why you have to go to settings. Into settings, you will have to find this developer option. You will find this developer option into desktop app section. Now next you have to click on this edit config. So it will redirect you to this file manager where you will have to found this cloud desktop config JSON. Just simply right click on that file and then open with anything like Cursor or Microsoft Visual or Visual Studio Code. So what I'm going to do is open with VS Code. Now I have opened this. Now whatever here you have to just replace with that. So what I'm going to do is replace with that copied command. Now here you have to add extra things into this MCP. First you need API key of n8n, then second you need a URL of your workflow. So not workflow, but you can copy the domain workflow. Now go to your n8n. So I will go back to my Docker and start my n8n container. So this is my n8n. Now after entering your n8n workflow, you have to see in the left side bottom where you will find these 3 lines. Just simply click on it, just go to setting, and from there you will find this n8n API. So we need this API key. Just simply click on this n8n API. So I have these 3 already created. Now I will create one another. Click on this create API key option from the right and give a label. And from here you can set the expiration. I will choose 90 days, or you can go with the custom as well. Click on the save and it will give you this API key which we have created. Now go to your VS Code and replace this section with your real API key. Now let's add the n8n API URL. So go back to your n8n and copy this URL. Or you can copy, wait, let me show you. You can copy this much of URL, or you can copy the full URL. So I will copy this full and go to your VS Code and replace this URL to this. So click on the save button. Now next step what you have to do is close this, close the VS Code, then close the cloud version of your cloud AI. So I will just refresh this cloud AI. Now let's open again. Now let's open the cloud version of. Now let's open the cloud AI. Now it will take few seconds to open this because it will find that config file. In my case, it will start just in second. Now click on this to make sure your tool has been added or not. Click on it, and if you scroll down, you will find this n8n MCP. Click on it, and if you showed like this, it means the MCP has added into your cloud AI. So we have successfully added n8n MCP to our cloud. Now let's, in the next section, we will going to create a simple and little hard and complex workflow using the cloud version. So till now, we have connected our n8n MCP to our cloud desktop. As you can see here, it is connected. If this tool is not showing on your connected option, it means this tool has been not connected, or n8n MCP is not added to your cloud desktop AI. So if you found that kind of thing, just comment it down below, and if you have any error, just comment it down. I will try to fix it. Now next what we are going to do is just simply, I have created 2 prompts. First we will create a simple workflow. Let's see how it is working. After that we will create a little bit complex workflow to check it is capable of creating a little complex workflow. So let's copy this prompt. So basically I have created this prompt using this raw information. So what I wanted, just I have added this and he is created this prompt. So let's get started and create create n8n workflow and deploy that. deploy that. Sorry for spelling mistake. Deploy that. Now let's hit enter to, let's see if it's working or not. Hit enter and it will start creating this workflow. Now as you can see here, it is working. So you can see the search node, it will search all the nodes. It goes through every tools we have into our n8n MCP tool. So as you can see, great, let's search language models. So I will fast forward this thing so we get the result in a faster way. Now, sometimes if it allows you to give access of performing or using the tool, so just allow this once, or you can allow always, so it will not ask you to again. Now, as you can see here, I was using the free version of Cloud Desktop. That's why I am out of this message option. So what I have did is I have copied this JSON code and then created a file over here. As you can see here, this create workflow is which I have added. You click and open this. So this is the JSON, and I have gone to my n8n and created a workflow called my workflow 3, and then click on this 3 dot and import a file, and choose your file which you have added JSON code, and click on the open. It will give you this node. So as you can see here, it has created this all workflow, but just because of maximum length of the message I have used, that's why he is not able to create and add the workflow. Now let's configure this workflow. Let me just remove this. Let me see if I can create credentials for this. So I need to have a API key. So instead of adding a Grok AI, so I will just add a Grok chat model over here, and then use this model. Now let's execute this workflow. This is a simple workflow. I have already added a little bit complex workflow. Now let's execute this workflow, and let's see if it's working or not. This workflow is executing. So this is a manual trigger. So let me just change productivity tools to something. Give me 10 tips for running, and click on the save, and then click on this execute workflow. Let me show this workflow executed successfully. Now as you can see here, we have got our script. This is our script. Here is a script for 20 second YouTube short video on 10 tips for running the video, 10 essential tips for running. Now as you can see here, it got everything, but it is a little bit weird, but you can refine this as well. You can prompt to your cloud. Make sure you purchase this pro version of cloud, because without this you will not be able to create a complex workflows and the which you actually works. But just because of limitation with some maximum length of yours, you will not able to create the workflow. You can use different AI tools for that, but the cloud version gives you access to connector n8n MCP. So yeah, this is how you can create and workflow and import. If it doesn't work, you can just copy and import your workflow into your n8n. If you go back and see my little bit complex workflow, so which I have created earlier. So this is short generator. Okay, go to my workflow. This is which he was created earlier, but just because of some message limitation, I will not be able to finish this workflow. So make sure you have purchased the cloud version. You can go into description and purchase that too. So that's n8n MCP, Model Context Protocol in action. It is not just cool add-on, it's complete shift in how we build AI workflows. So there are a lot of things you can take as an advantage, whether you are building agents, automation, or content pipeline. MCP gives you a smart foundation to build faster and smarter. So you can use this MCP tool I have added into description. If you found this video helpful and informative, just subscribe to our channel and thanks for watching.